Well, according to Fox 10, part human, part monkey, scientists engineer hybrid embryo in effort to grow organs. Now, this here also, scientists alarmed by lab-grown human-animal hybrids. Now, this harks back to what I was saying occurred during World War II and Nazi prisoner of war camps, where they made abominations. And they got this idea from the days of Noah, where they were doing this type of material. That's why God was frustrated with man, angry at man, not at angels, fallen angels, that somehow made themselves human bodies and intermingled with human females. That's not possible, because the fallen angels are spiritual entities. They're spiritual, and they cannot make for themselves human bodies. Did giants exist? Absolutely. Or did the fallen angels exist? Absolutely, and they still do. But they are spiritual entities, and God made us, man, in His express image, and no angel, good or bad, has that power to make human bodies with DNA to mix with human females. But one of the main things God was mad during Noah's day, why He flooded the earth, was because it became corrupted. Okay, and now from World War II, they were mixing human genome with animal genome under the same precept, wanting to get eagle vision, gorilla strength, and now they're talking about growing organs, stem cell nonsense, and this is what they're doing. This is what's going on. And this is part human, part monkey. Scientists engineer hybrid embryo in effort to grow organs. And that's where it is. And I got this from a channel I'm subscribed to, Vincent Rhodes, dynamite guy, knows the truth about the earth and many things. Now, as I've said before, in the second stimulus, they authorized and passed into law the release of all classified UFO information. And this is an agenda. It's not for your well-being or benefit. It's an agenda. And they were to release this within 180 days, which puts it to this summer. And in the video I just uploaded, what I do, start it. It outlines the fact that more and more sightings are being discovered, and the military is releasing all types of footage of UFOs, and they're doing it on purpose. What I think is this summer they will say that aliens are real. They might even say it's where we get our laptop and cell phone technology from, which it is not true. These aliens are demonic entities impersonating aliens. And because they are spiritual, they are not physical beings, they are spiritual beings, they need bodies that could be mistaken for life forms from other worlds. There are no other worlds. But demonic entities can possess human beings, but they need something on the stage that can trick people to think that these are life forms from other worlds. So they are doing this stuff here, and they've been doing it since World War II, mixing animal and human genome to create abominations. And these abominations will be the suitcase or the body that these demonic entities possess to trick people into believing they're from other worlds. And people are going to be so strongly deceived. It will be shocking, even though I'm prepared. It will be shocking for these scumbags to introduce aliens to us, whether they are saying they just are meeting them themselves. I think they'll say they've known them for a while, and we get a lot of technology, blah, blah, blah. They're here to save us from an asteroid or global warming. Or what I think is they will come here and say there's an enemy, the destroyer of worlds are hot on their ass, and we have something that they can use to help them in concert to defeat this enemy. But These aliens will deceive the generals and captains and leaders of men into aiming their barrels at the sky. And when this enemy comes in, it won't be in spaceship UFO aircraft. It'll be riders on horseback, led by a rider with many crowns on a white horse, with a vesture dipped in blood, King of Kings and Lord of Lords. And he is the enemy of these demonic imposters. There are no other worlds. What we look up at the night sky are lights. They aren't physical objects. Like I say in other videos, light is a byproduct. It is a byproduct of usually something that's hot or from heat. You can shine light into a fire and the fire cannot burn the light. You can shine a ray of light into a hurricane or tornado and it will not move the light. Light is not physical, even though we can see it and feel it. Okay, light will not burn and wind cannot blow it away. But you can smash your hand right through it. It's not physical matter. And these things we see in the sky are the same thing. Okay, the stars and the wandering stars are probably of electromagnetic current. When you zoom in on them, they're the total opposite of what NASA shows us in their artist renderings. They show us big spherical objects, solid objects, planets, and these planets are not terra firma. They are lights. You cannot land on them. And if you zoom in on them, you can see the currents of some sort of energy, electric or magnetic, but they're currents of energy, and they're transparent and semi-transparent, of blue, red, green, yellow, and white. And they are magnificent in correspondence with Psalms 19:1. The heavens declare the glory of God, and the firmament sheweth his handiwork. And this is what these scumbags are doing. This is what's coming out. They've been doing this. They try to say that they are surprised at this. No, they've been doing this. Just like they've been trying to say with Operation Solar Shield, they want to block out the sun. They're doing it now. They're not preparing to do it. They're doing it right now. I don't want to get a copyright. But this nonsense, they're not alarmed. They're doing it. Maybe some of them are alarmed, but they're the ones who are alarmed. They're alarmed at the ones who've been doing it for 80 years, if not longer. Okay, we see it in lore like Halo, where they transhumanism. They try to perfect the human body to give it more strength, more resistance. You know what I'm saying? And this is an evil thing. If you mix animal DNA or genome with that of a human, it's an abomination to do so. This is a crime against humanity. Okay? And if you think there aren't some dark labs in the world, in their back room or basement with heinous creations, mixing animals with men, you're crazy, you're naive, and you're gullible. Okay, and this is how dumb they think you are. All you got to do is Google a Fox News article, science wants to move the sun, the earth, and all the planets to another location in space to avoid killer asteroids with the help of what they call stellar engines. They're copying a movie called Wandering Earth that I seen 2 years ago, where the sun was dying and these Oriental people invented stellar engines to turn the Earth into a big giant spaceship to propel it to another star because the sun was dying. And these scumbags copy science fiction all the time, just like they did with Arthur C. Clarke and his nonsense about satellite machinery floating above the Earth. That's lies, okay? The only satellites orbiting Earth are balloons that they attach repeater, like a repeater tower for signal. They attach balloons to them. NASA is the biggest consumer of helium on the Earth, and it's for their balloon network. But this is what's coming. In the second stimulus, they authorized and passed into law the release of all UFO classified information. And they're doing this. It's an agenda and it's to deceive you. Okay, we're going headfirst into the tribulation. All right, and the Bible says that there will be signs and wonders in the sky or the heavens that will make men's heart fail. And nothing, I could think of nothing more than a big UFO fake alien spacecraft that's really just classified technology that we don't know about, that was made by men. Okay? These, like that guy from Israeli News Live, Steve Bannoun, talking about teleportation and stuff, missiles disappearing and going into another dimension and then popping out over the target back into our three-dimensional reality. He's a liar. He's a scumbag. Okay, and I tell him to his face, there are no other dimensions except our three-dimensional reality, up, down, and width, or depth, and the fourth dimension, the spirit world. Any dimensions after that are in the spirit realm of God. God is a spirit, an almighty spirit that can interact within and in our three-dimensional reality. But this is what's going on. This is what's coming. It's part of the alien deception. And because these spiritual entities are spiritual, they're not physical, they need some goofy-looking bodies to use to claim they're from other worlds. They're from the earth. The bodies they're using are made in labs, animals mixed with humans. And this is what's coming. I'm telling you. You'll see. And anyone who believes in Yeshua, Jesus Christ HaMashiach, hold fast to it, I tell you. Don't waver. Because as Biden's campaign slogan was the only true thing that he's ever said, a battle for the soul of America. And your soul is spiritual, it's not physical. There could be no battle for it unless it's spiritual. And it's coming. Aliens are demonic entities impersonating aliens. There are no other worlds. What is in our sky are lights, electricity, magnetism, water, gas of varying densities, and maybe some plasma. I cannot verify the plasma, but the moon might be of plasma. It looks like a big snowball ice ball to me, dry ice. But there you have it.